There's a hole in my stomach, a hole in my heart. Can someone please tell me when we started to fall apart? And it feels unfamiliar, but I know it's been done before. But this time you pulled that trigger and walked out that door. And there's gunpowder on the floor where you left me in my room. There's a shell of a man, the one I thought I knew. There are shards of the bullet splintered in my wound. Still a voice tells me I'll rise from ashes. Before there was you, I never trusted a man. And you leaned in to kiss me with that gun in your hand. You held me with your strength, said you didn't wanna let me go. As I wiped the tears from your eyes, little did I know. Now I'm staring down the barrel of your gun, and there's gunpowder on the floor where you left me in my room. There's a shell of a man, the one I thought I knew. There are shards of the bullet splintered in my wound. Still a voice tells me I'll rise from ashes. And there's gunpowder on the floor where you left me in my room. There's a shell of a man, he's the one I thought I knew. There are shards of your bullet splintered in my wound. Still a voice tells me I'll rise from ashes.
Daylight is fading, your journey is ending. They tell me you'll never come again. My heart is heavy from holding so tightly till only a memory remains. Daylight is fading, the leaves have fallen, feeling so cold now inside my mind. Moves with my heartbeat, so slowly retracting till only a memory remains. must go now. Take hold of all you know now. Cold winds blow in perfect time to bring you back to me. Until then, let me sleep until the warmth of the sun is on our side. Shadows are moving. The daylight is fading. It takes with it what I want to hold. Will I remember the moments unspoken, hidden beneath amber skies? You must go now. Take hold of all you know now. Cold winds blow in perfect time to bring you back to me. Until then, let me sleep until the warmth of the sun is on our side.
Seventeen and you're feeling so invincible. Every day is feeling just like it's a miracle. Everybody's telling you you're beautiful. Summarizing it was set upon your command. Not a single thing you wore was ever secondhand. Everybody's making sure you're beautiful. But now there ain't nobody raising up your atmosphere, taking pictures on the beach until your world gets clear. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful. Ain't nobody going and begging you to run away, making promises and worshiping your majesty. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful. So you better prove it. So you better prove it. You got asked out 25 times a week. You're breaking hearts and you didn't even have to speak, 'cause you were so damn beautiful, yeah. But now the years moved on and the season changed. Everybody moved on, you never really turned that page. Convinced this was a mountain you'd always be queen of. But now there ain't nobody raising up your atmosphere, taking pictures on the beach until your world gets clear. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. Ain't nobody going and begging you to run away, making promises and worshiping your majesty. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. So you better prove it. You better prove it. You better prove it. You better prove it. And this saving grace in it all is still we could still change. Even the towers of ancient Rome, they could be rearranged. But now there ain't nobody raising up your atmosphere, taking pictures on the beach until your world gets clear. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. Ain't nobody gonna begging you to run away, making promises and worshiping your majesty. There ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. So you better prove it. You better prove it. You better prove it. Well, you better prove it. I guess I never really said so. I've never gathered my possessions in a knapsack and tossed it over my shoulder. I guess I never really let go of all this crazy world. And I've been searching for an echo, a sound that hits my ears like raindrops on a Saturday morning. But I'm a forest in a meadow in all this crazy world. And please don't show me pictures of the man I used to be, 'cause those days are just my fiction. The beautiful con artistry. I never lived my life in pretend. I never made my decisions like a portrait in an art museum. I'm too concerned with the reaction of all this crazy world. And please don't show me pictures of that man I used to be, 'cause those days are just my fiction. My beautiful con artistry. And now baby, please don't show me pictures of that man I used to be, 'cause those days are just my fiction. My beautiful con artistry. I guess I never really set sail. Never gathered my possessions in a knapsack, threw it over my shoulder. Guess I never really let go of all this crazy world. It's mess sometimes, living our own life. Rather stay in bed, be someone else instead. And the dividing lines between wrong and right, how they blur with time, like a noble crime in hindsight. Well, I wait for my opinion, I can see both sides. In a way, the room is spinning, I can see both sides. All the wickedness that I can't confess, how it bends and peaks, just like an LCD screen. In a way, the room is spinning, I can see both sides. I wait for my opinion, but I can see both sides. And the writing on the wall is that there's no new information here at all. So just read your magazine and don't look at the ceiling. It's a mess sometimes, trying to analyze, keeps you up in bed when you should sleep instead. And the Ferris wheel, was it ever real? Being young and brave and seeing the whole sky in line. Well, I wait for my opinion, I can see both sides. In a way, the room is spinning, I can see both sides. But please do not mistake me, 'cause I'm still on your side. I'm still on your side. I'm still on your side. I called you from a payphone out of Dallas. You told me my opinions were invalid, saying I was too far from home to have a say. You asked me what it is that I am seeking. I told you if I knew that I would seek it. It's easier to find what you want when you know what you don't. And I've seen this town before. It comes up promising like the sunlight before it closes all its doors. So tell me all the finer points I'm missing. Explain to me the nuance of your industry, but afterwards I'll still be inside my own head. Your words are only useful on the upswing. In a downward spiral they are overwhelming. A dead letter and a sideways rush of blood. I've been counting all the money in my pockets. I'm old enough to know what not a lot is. Sleeping on the couches of friends who are already married. And I've heard this song before. The man who gives his life to something that doesn't exist anymore. So tell me all the finer points I'm missing. Explain to me the nuance of your industry, but afterwards I'll still be inside my own head. Your words are only useful on the upswing. In a downward spiral they're overwhelming. A dead letter and a sideways rush of blood. And the clock goes round and round. The years are adding up and then they're counting down. And the clock goes round and round. The years are adding up and then they're counting down. In my head, as if I were better off instead. I called you from a payphone out of Dallas. You told me my opinions were invalid, saying I was too young, I was too far away to have a say.
I fall down when you're mine. I get up and you're a stranger. Out of sight, out of mind. No wanting to surrender. We put up a good fight for deer in a headlight, like I'm off to a spa, catching fire before it ever starts. I guess I should have said I'll let you down. I'll make you feel like nothing but a fool, like just another thrill. And I'll take you high, ooh, then I'll push you out. Yeah, I'll make you feel like nothing but a stranger now. Even highways sound like oceans if you're far enough away. And it's all just smoke and illusion, and you've still got a hold on me. I really should have said I'll let you down. I'll make you feel like nothing but a fool, like nothing here was real. And I'll take you high, ooh, then I will push you out. Yeah, I'll make you feel like nothing but a stranger now.
The end of the world at the palm of my hand. When it all goes to hell, will you you still be my friend? My face to the sea and my back to the land. And if you can't come with me, I'll understand. I'll understand. Can we meet in the dark? We don't have to say much. And if you have to go, have to go. If we didn't know what we know, the end of the world at the palm of my hand. When it all goes to hell, will you still be my friend? My face to the sea and my back's to the land. And if you can't come with me, I'll understand. Can we meet in the dark? We don't have to say much. And if you have to go, have to go, let you go, let you go, let you go, let you go. If we didn't know what we know. 'Cause when you travel light, some things are left behind. The end of the world at the palm of my hand. When it all goes to hell, will you still be my friend? My face to the sea and my back to the land. If you can't come with me, I'll understand.
Tell me all about your day, all the highs and lows you faced. Wanna see behind your hopes and fears. 'Cause even when we say goodnight, I'm awake with questions I wanna ask to make your mystery clear. Oh, my heart is aching, but I finally found a cure. If you're a breaking wind, maybe I could be the shore. breaking wave. Maybe I could be the shore. I'd give up all my dreams if you would tell me yours. Oh, it hurts me. It hurts me not to know you more. It hurts me not to know you more.
I know she wouldn't believe my wildest of dreams. Sit across from me in her rolled up sleeves and dimpled cheeks as she laughs. I ask when she'll be back. She leaves tomorrow at 10 and won't be back again for some time. I see the cross around her neck. I've been praying for a girl like that, but she don't know how I think of her, and now she's getting up to leave. Cause it's over. When I had the chance I should've told her. Without her I don't wanna get older, but I had a feeling that our first goodbye would be my pastime. I think about her just a pastime. She was getting in a corner, leaving now. I have a feeling that our first goodbye will be our last. And there's no way she's coming back. Cause our first goodbye will be, she's at liberty to earn a business degree, just a road trip away, but her heart's in a different place. If only I could turn back time, maybe I could change a line or two to change her mind. Cause she don't know how much I want her back. Cause it's over. When I had the chance I should've told her. Without her I don't wanna get older, but I had a feeling that our first goodbye would be my pastime. I think about her just the past time. She was getting in a car to leaving now. I have a feeling that our first goodbye will be our last. And there's no way she's coming back. That our first goodbye will be our last. I'd be better off with you. It's too late to tell the truth. I'd be better off with you, but it's over. When I had the chance I should've told her. Without her I don't wanna get older, but I had a feeling that our first goodbye would be my pastime. I think about her just a pastime. She was getting in a car to leaving now. I have a feeling that our first goodbye would be our last. If there's no way she's coming back. Cause our first goodbye would be our last. I'd be better off with you, but it's too late to tell the truth. I'd be better off with you, I'd be better off with you, but it's too late to tell the truth. I'd be better off with you, but there's no way she's coming back.
Some say I'm too wild, some say I'm too tame. Sometimes I'm a smile, sometimes I'm the rain.
I'm carrying these secrets, kept them locked down low, but I need you to hear them so I can let them go. Take away from my way, let me be free, let me be me. If I was a shadow, if I was a ghost, full of false bravado, putting on a show. If all I've known is fiction, living in these dreams, could you help me learn to listen and get to know the real thing? And take away from my wings, let me be free, let me be me. It's something baby, so let me get it on, get it on, get it on, and it's all ready to go. Let me be, 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 let me be free, let me be me.
A small town in a little oasis where my big dreams were gonna take me places. I would make bets with the rising sun and tell him all I had done. Well, late night walks into Lindbergh Park, and sometimes I kiss a girl even after dark. And I never had to shout, 'cause I could hear my thoughts out loud. I just wanna make you proud. And Little Falls, you're a small town, honey, rich in love but not in money. Even if I change my tempo, not gonna let go of everything you meant to me. And Little Falls, you will stay my home. And if I move on when I am full grown, I will still make bets with the rising sun, like I did when I was young. Not all my memories are good though, but I wouldn't change them if I could, no. Big smiles and ridiculous laughter, I will fold that in and remember where I begin. You are my next of kin. Little Falls, you're a small town, honey, rich in love but not in money. Even if I change my tempo, not gonna let go of everything you meant to me. And Little Falls, you will stay my home. And if I move on when I am full grown, I will still make bets with the rising sun, like I did when I was young. I see you on the main street, I see you on Broadway, 'cause there is always room for two. I see you on the main street, I see you on Broadway, 'cause there is always room for you. Little Falls, you're a small town, honey. Rich in love, but not in money. Even if I change my tempo, not gonna let go of everything you meant to me. And Little Falls, you will stay my home. And if I move on when I am full grown, I will still make bets with the rising sun, like I did when I was young. Like I did when I was young. Like I did when I was young.
I've been feeling like fading out. I'm just another stranger in another Midwest town. But the girl at the fabric store likes me around. She's gonna help me get my feet back on the ground. Now you're teaching me to cruise your manual to Corolla. I'm gonna stall at 20 times on the shore and drive to Viroqua. Don't worry, I'm sure I can get it by Minnesota. Would it really be the end of the world to check out California? Girl, I'm looking to you. You drive away my blues. Well, there's never been much to see in Prairie du Chien, but your silhouette is golden from lights you had woven through the evergreen. Now you're dancing to Sinatra, I'm trying to fix my left feet. Would it really be all that bad to ask you to marry me? Girl, I'm looking to you. You drive away my blues. Girl, I'm looking to you. You drive away my blues. When we're feeling all old and gray and I don't recognize my face, wrap me in that raggedy quilt you gave me on Christmas Day. When we feel like we've got both feet in the grave, remember your old Corolla with the worn out red chip paint. Girl, I'm looking to you. You drive away my blues. Girl, I'm looking to you. You drive away my blues.
I thought it would be like poetry, that feeling of when eyes meet. They said it would feel so easy, like how a bird takes to the trees. They've written the songs and films and books of how it would take just one timely look to dance and fall your way into love. And that's how you'll know he's the one. It feels like way back when. I wish I had known it then. There's no such thing as a soulmate, 'cause love is what you make of it. I think I've got a taste vacation would never end. That feeling of sinking toes in the sand. They said to enjoy it while you can, but those words never seem to land. It feels like way back when. I wish I had known it then. That time is the quickest of thieves. She won't ever be caught by nobody. She'll run all the way to eternity. I wish I had known all of this before. I wish I had known, but at least now I know. Soon we'll be gone with the final breath, and there won't be time to hold on to regrets. But I know there's something on the other end. I wish I had known all of this before. I wish I had known, but at least now I know. I wish I had known, but at least now I know. If a tree fell in wood and not a soul was around to remember where it stood, did it even make a sound? How many watching make a tree worth growing? Is it 3 or 4 or 100 more? Call me foolish, call me naive, but one is good enough for me. I may forget that this is what I said, but one is good enough for me. I will plant my humble seeds, and I will water them to life. Some will reach the highest star, and others they will die. How many listening make a song
sun, she waves goodbye. The moon is on the rise. Butterflies and birds and bees are folding in their wings. They will fly again tomorrow. You'll see, they will fly again tomorrow. Rockabye, now close your eyes and sleep shall come. In this crazy world, sometimes when hope is gone, we'll dream as dreamers, follow all the stepping stones. I'll hold your hand, we'll walk towards the sun. I'll hold your hand, we'll climb them one by one. The stars begin to shine, the dark and light entwine. The owl, she sings her song from dusk until the dawn. Snuggle down with me, my love, I'll fold you in my wings. We will fly again tomorrow. You'll see, we will fly again tomorrow. Rockabye, now close your eyes and sleep shall come.